Hey guys, this is Isabel from Cognito Forms, and in this video, I'll show you how to add a product selection to your order form. This will be useful if you're trying to sell multiple products. Previously in this payment form series, we created an order form that lets customers order multiple quantities of a single size of t-shirt. And because we used a repeating section, customers could also add additional shirts in other sizes or colors. This works fine if you're only selling one type of product or service, like the t-shirt, but now I'll show you how to give customers the ability to order additional product types, like a hat or a tote bag. The best way to sell multiple products on the same form is to use a repeating section. If you're not familiar with repeating sections, they're basically containers that hold other fields, much like a regular section. However, repeating sections let users duplicate that group of fields as many times as they need. This way, you don't have to guess how many fields you'll need, and you avoid extra clutter on your form. If we look at our repeating section settings, you'll see that you can change the item label, which is the title of each repeating section. This title is followed by a number that shows how many sections you've added. You can set the minimum and maximum number of items customers can add to a repeating section. For example, if you set the minimum limit to 3, customers must add at least 3 items to their order before they can submit the form. As I mentioned earlier, I'd like to offer a couple of other products besides t-shirts. To do this, I'll add a choice field at the beginning of the repeating section called Products and add all my product options there. This is also where you'll want to assign prices, ensure you collect payment, and set any quantity limits. The quantity you set here is the maximum number of items you'll allow a customer to purchase in a single order. Also, if you happen to have one of the product choices selected by default, you'll want to deselect that. Next, I'll go back to the shirt size field and clear out all those price values and quantity limits since we've added them to the product field. Now that I've added a few products besides t-shirts, I don't want to show customers the shirt size or color field unless they want to buy a t-shirt. So in the settings for those two fields, I'll set the Show This Field option to When and make sure they only appear when the t-shirt option is selected from the Products field. The last step is to connect the Quantity field to the Products Choice field. To do this, I'll click on the Products field, then scroll down in the settings and select Specify Quantity and ensure the quantity field is added to the drop-down menu. Now that you've learned how to expand your product options, you can follow along in our next video to learn how to manage a product inventory that automatically updates quantity levels as items are sold. And as always, if you run into any issues setting up your payment forms, you can find more information in our user guides, or you can reach us directly by submitting a support request, and our team will be happy to assist you.